Hey everybody. Okay, I'm doing a video response to a video response of my video on black women supposedly wanting thugs. Foolishness. But anyway, first of all, I want to thank the young lady. You seem very bright, and I just wish you the best. Seem like you got a good head on your shoulders, and stick to your mind. Stick with your first mind. I'll definitely say that, because you know what is and what isn't real, so I think you're pretty good that way. First of all, I want to say, and I took notes, so I'll be looking down because I want to make sure I hit on all of your points. It was such a good video, and I wanted to make sure I gave you a definite, as much of a response as I could. Again, these are my opinions. I could be wrong, but this is the way, what I've seen in my lifetime, and everybody's got a different life. Everybody's not traveled down my road, so I'm just going by what I know, what is true for me. First of all, I think it's totally ego. You're right, ego. And it's sad because ego can keep you from a lot of things. That's even my own experience. When I deal with my own ego, I have to put myself in check and say to myself, is that ego? Or is that real? You know, because ego can cloud your vision. So that's what makes it really sad. And while I know we all deal with ego, it just makes it detrimental to our community as black people that brothers are putting out these type of videos basically bashing us and making us look stupid and making it look like they don't care anything about us. And I think that's really sad. That's what makes me upset about it. Just the way we're being talked about. And let me say this, no, it's not all black men. Definitely, there are no absolutes. It's not all, but it's enough where it needs to be addressed, and where I think somebody needs to say something, and black women have to stand up and say something and address it. You asked me, what do I say to young women about this foolishness? I really don't know what to say. I'm just going to talk from my point of view, from my experience. I actually feel kind of sad for young women coming up, because it is so much foolishness that I see, even with the videos and the music, and it just makes me sad. Like I said, not all, everybody's not going through these things. All black men aren't talking about black women as they are, but it just seems to be just so prominent in the music and society and culture, Hollywood, that I don't know, I really don't know. It just makes me sad. Maybe I have more answers on another day, but that's just the way I'm feeling today. You asked me, what else did you say? You said paying your bills does not equal a good guy. Exactly. A lot of people pay their bills, but they still could be beating their wife. You know what I'm saying? They still could be murdering somebody at night. They still could be a child molester. So I don't know why people always throw that up. You know, it's weird. That doesn't mean anything. It's about how you treat people day to day, how you treat people, how you treat your family, how you treat your friends. Do you reciprocate goodness that is passed on to you? So that's what makes you a good person to me. We have to hold men accountable. Not just black men, but women, period, have to hold men accountable. And I must apologize, actually, to the younger generation of women, because I think that many of us, and I'm just in my 30s, it's not like I'm old, but I'm in my 30s, and I've seen a lot, experienced a few relationships. And I do think that some of us, including myself, have not held men accountable all the time. You know what I mean? I just think back to a relationship I had in my 20s and just not holding men accountable. And I think so many women do it that it makes men think like they can get away with things, you know, like they're a commodity, especially black men think they're a commodity in our community because the ratio of men to women, of women to men is so high. So we have to hold them accountable. When they mess up, done. It's through with you. And we have to set that bar not just for the next woman, but for our daughters who are being raised. And I think some of their mamas are responsible too for raising these men, letting them think they can get away with so much stuff. So I think women totally have to hold men accountable, and especially black women and black men in our community. Stick to your guns. You said you will say no in a minute. Like, no. Stick to that. That's good. It's good to be able to say no. Go with your first mind, like I said before. You know what's right and what's wrong. You know what you want to put up with and what you don't want to put up with. So, and it seems to me you got a good head on your shoulders, girl. I'm proud of you. Stick to your guns. It seems like you know more than I knew in my 20s. And I'm assuming you're in your 20s. You could be older, but I think you're in your 20s, about 22, 21. So it seems like you got a better head than I did or some of my friends. So stick to that. That's pretty much all I want to say. We just have to hold men accountable, period. Stop letting them get away with the things they do. Stop shucking and jiving with them. You know what I mean? You asked about dating men of other races, and where before I would have been like, no, hanging there with the brothers. I'm kind of easing away from that because we seems like we stick by them. They don't really stick by us. They'll date someone of another race in a minute. And that's cool if you're doing it for the right reasons, but if you're doing it purposely to stay away from black women and you dog out black women to women of other races, that's sickening. And we as sisters, we can have that corporate job, have our own business, our own home, and still try to give brothers a chance. To brothers who probably wouldn't give us a chance if we were in the same predicament. If they were up making that money and we were working at McDonald's or something, they passed us by. Look at us like we were scum if we were standing at the bus stop. So I think we do need to adapt some different ways of handling this. And knowing our worth. B. Scott just made a video about knowing your worth. You have to know your worth and stand by it. We have, like I said, let me reiterate this, not just for the next woman who may come in contact with a fool, but for our daughters, so that they will grow up and be able to find responsible men that will be good for them. I try to approach the subjects now thinking when something happens, especially in a relationship, if this happened to my daughter, what would I say? What would I do? If it's something I would be pissed about, something I go out and try to kill somebody over for hurting my child, why am I not pissed about it? Why am I not taking those same actions? Not to kill anybody, don't kill anybody, but why am I not getting this mad when it happens to me? I would want my daughter out of certain relationships, so I should want that for myself and love myself as much as I would love her. So I think that's a good way to look at everything. That's what I try to do now. What would I say if my daughter came and asked me this or told me this was going on in her life? What would I think? And try to act accordingly as the way I would want her to act. So I hope that answers some of your questions. Let me know. It was good talking to you, and I appreciate you doing a video response. So talk to you later, and good luck out there, because there's some fools, girl. But you are what you attract, and you seem like you're a good person. You should attract goodness. I wish that for you, and I pray about that for you. I think it will happen. I wish you the best, all right? Holla.